Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Papa Bale, and welcome to the channel. So I got 2.5 volts, 0.1 amps going into this motor over here. And that's the output right now at 2.5 and 0.1. Let me back it out a little bit. There's 6 cube, 1-inch cube magnets in the rotor, N52. There's a little bit different coils. The drives are the same. So there's a 20 gauge strand that's a drive in this coil, but there's 700 turns of it. 700 turn trigger coil as well, 30 gauge. The other two are 30 gauge trigger and 20 gauge drive. So it's hooked up parallel, and I think that this is a wonderful draw for a parallel circuit. It's 2.5 volts, 0.1 amps, and this is our output. Totally awesome. Would I run a load on 2.5 volts? We could try it. I don't know if it would work that well. For those of you who are wondering. Why I don't have a load on it. Well, speaking of a load, I can put an iron core on this and short circuit 18,000 32 gauge coil and see if it just dead stops, which we all know it will. You just hook the coil back into itself and it'll just create a load that will stop it like immediately, like totally like a brake. But if you put a diode in there and did it, I don't know what would happen. It'd get really hot. I don't know. I never really thought about it, actually. That sounds like a pretty cool experiment to do. But I think this is awesome. This is 2.5 volts, 0.1 amps. This is less than 0.3 watts. Or is it 0.03 watts? I think it's 0.3 watts. So it's 0.25 watts. Quarter of a watt. Alright, let's get the tach meter and see what kind of damage we're really doing here. For those of you who have stuck around to this point, congratulations. I think we're almost at 200. 194.4. That is freaking awesome. Now let's put it up to 4.5 and see what kind of damage we can get. Alright, I'm going to spin. That's 4.5 volts. That one was squeaking. And then 0.8 amps. So that's what we're working with at 4.5 volts. 0.8 amps. Look at that thing move. There are 6 magnets on the rotor, by the by. $319. $324. So that's on the increase. But I mean, like, that's pretty awesome. So we're at 4.5, 0.8. The amps are going up really high at this point. Wow, there's like a, seriously, it's a peak. Haha. All right, we're not going to mess with it right now. But there is something like right there, especially for this circuit. Like, it's like trying to touch a north and a north together. That's what it feels like to me right now. It's like it's seriously pushing me away from that. But we're at 3.64, 65, 64, and zero point 0.5 amps right now. Oh man. Okay. So I'm going to turn it up to 9 and I'm going to spin this one again. Actually, I think I should turn it up or spin it first. Say 7. We're going to do 7 volts. We're at 2 amps now. All right, yeah, we just want them to move right now. So I guess like with them like side by side like this, the two discs, you can actually make them move the opposite directions and they move faster or something like that. I'm not sure. But that's 7 volts and that's 2.1 amps. And both of these are running pretty smoothly at this point. Get a quick tack reading. Next video, I'm going to hook up a generator coil. 192. And that's a good speed for that thing. Virtually 400. So sweet. Man, I having so much success lately. It's great. With what I'm working on, of course. I mean, I've had my failures as well, but I've learned from those. I think I might bring the old gyroscope out of mothballs over here. Got 2 in the one's done really. I just have to. I'm trying a trigger coil and a transistor instead of my reed switch setup for that little one over there, and then this one I'm working on. They're bifilar coils. They're not. They weren't set up for a trigger though. There weren't trigger coils inside. There were 2 drive coils. that were linked together DC for a reed switch. So different kind of bifilar, but yeah, and they worked pretty well. It just need to do a couple engineering tweaks on that. You got the commutator plate, really is what it is. It's just a big plate, and your duty cycles are really high with the reed switch setup. It's not timed at all, it's just on all the time, if you get what I mean, for both of these setups. Alright, well, I'm going to get back to that pretty soon. Thank you very much. Peace out. Have a good night. Please subscribe. Bye now.